Hi everyone, welcome back to another pick a card reading for the heart and soul. I'm Cheryl Harnish. Hi, and I am the author of The Path of the Soul, Divine Guidance, and Return of Spirit deck. So I have a fantastic card reading planned for you guys. But before we get into that, I just need to say it's an exciting day, exciting read today for you guys, because I am going to be giving away one brand spanking new, see there's the wrapper still on it, brand new deck of Return of Spirit cards. So, and actually I can open that for you and sign the booklet and send you a little personal note with it too, if you'd like, if you're the winner. So, you know, when I was thinking of doing this contest for you guys, I was going to say, you know, you need to subscribe and hit the like, and I'm like, you know what? No. Subscribe to my channel, especially for you guys who are new, who are just seeing my work for the first time or experiencing the readings. Subscribe if what I'm doing here resonates with you, and if your reading resonates with you, yes, then please subscribe. And sure, like the video. It's very helpful. It helps the video get out, and I greatly appreciate it. But like it if you've resonated with your reading and not because you're being coerced to win a deck. So that is not the stipulation. To enter for the card draw for the deck, all you need to do is, when you're watching your reading, choose the card that you resonate most with. And I name each one as I'm doing the reading, and just put a little hashtag before it. So I have a card that's called Path of the Soul from this deck. So just say hashtag Path of the Soul or hashtag your card name. Okay. And that's all you need to do to enter. All right. And just a quick note, my readings are still on sale for another week. So if you would like a personalized reading, now is the time. Well, they're on sale. Okay, so the reading today is, where are things headed? And by that, it's like, you know, we manifest some consciously, some unconsciously. And it's like, what have you been manifesting and bringing forward? What is the direction that your life is taking? And what is, you know, kind of up here in the ethereal or energetic world that hasn't yet manifested for you, but is like in the works. So where are things headed, and kind of what you can do to help yourself. That's our reading for today. So we're doing our 2-tiered reading. And you know what, guys? I'm assuming you like having 2 tiers, making it more personalized, but just if you do, I would love to hear in the comments below. Okay. So our first level, which is your main reading, is going to be choice of number 1. Our little yoga ladies, I love them. Choice number 1, choice number 2, choice number 3. Okay. And for the second tier, which just kind of makes it more personalized to you, you're going to choose a crystal, and I'm going to draw just a couple more cards based on that crystal. Okay. So our first choice, A, is our beautiful quartz geode. She's amazing, and it's too bad you can't see the glitter and sparkle on camera because it's like so stunning. And our next choice is our quartz crystal point. And our third choice is the mystery. I can't for the life of me remember what this guy is called. So bonus points to anybody that can name what this is. I'm thinking it's like a puffolite or something, but I'm really not sure. So group A, group B, and mystery group C. Okay, so you guys take your time, settle, choose whatever one resonates for you. Pause if you need. I'm going to get us set up for your reading. Hi, group 1. Okay. Now remember, for the card draw, choose the card name that you like the most and put a hashtag behind it, right? Okay, so let's see what we've got here for you. And we're going this way. Okay, so we have the work card. And I have to say, you know, a lot of this card is talking about balance, but I have a feeling, you know, there's something about getting new work, but I'm going to hold on that until we get all the cards laid out here to see. Okay, we have vibrational, and that is certainly a powerhouse card, like talking about manifesting and your energy and your state of being and sort of this leadership position. Beautiful. This is a number 1. So ones are like new beginnings, and you've got a work card, new beginning, and angelic being here. So I feel like you guys are really being watched over, you know, that you have more help from up there or, you know, out here than you realize right now. Oh, beautiful. And we have joyous. And I always see this like, okay, I'm trying to get it in nice and close. There's like energy vibrations running all through this card. And I always see this great, big, happy smile, like joy. So where are things headed? To, you know, actually feeling and experiencing a sense of peace and just natural joy and contentment with your life. And I know for some of you, or many of you, that's almost like a foreign thing, right? Because we're so stuck in this reality of work and struggle. So, okay, what we're going to do is just draw 2 more cards. And I'm going to take this one and this one. Okay. All right. So what do we have? We have the immunity card and the up card. So with that up card, that's talking about things leveling up, or things moving up, or even your mood shifting into more of this happier, more content, more peaceful, more of a natural state of joy, like a joy that's not induced by something out here in the physical world, because this world is always changing. We can't rely on it. It's the one constant of reality, is nothing remains the same. And so it's not a joy that comes from something material out here, even though that is nice. This is talking about like that sense within you that's happening. And, you know, with that up card showing up in there, I feel like they're talking about, you know, maybe feeling a bit weighted down or heavy, or, you know, trying to work through whatever you're working through, and kind of getting one of these breather moments that you're coming into this place where you do kind of flow through with a sense of ease. And the other thing with this card, with the up card, is that it's also a reminder to look up, to keep your head up. You know, we as humans tend to veer in the direction that we look, or in the opposite direction, right? So we call it rubbernecking in North America. When we're driving past, if we see something on the side of the road and we drive past and we look, we tend to start either veering towards it or veering away from it. But what we need to do is to stay straight and to look up to greater things, to better things, to like aim our arrow in that direction. Aim high, you guys. Like basically what that's saying is aim high, aim big, aim in your heart for the things that this nattering little mind inside of you might be saying that is not possible for you, or it's too far of a stretch, or you're not good enough, or you're not able, you're not talented enough, you're not blah, blah, blah. Enough, right? It's time to give yourself credit for who you really are. You aren't the personality that this mind is telling you you are. And you are here to achieve your own greatness in the way that it is meant to express itself in all its glory. And so it's saying, start to aim high. And I feel like that's a lot of what this angelic being is saying here, because with it, this card this week, I really get the sense of being watched over. Like I literally get the feeling of guides and spirits or angels, whoever you resonate, like standing behind me. So I feel like, you know, you've kind of have that team who is like encouraging you and gently pushing you, moving you to start down this path and, or to continue down the path, right? So the other cards that we have here, now you see, that's where this work card is. This is where it's interesting, because of all the things that they could be talking about, and each of you individually will know what area of your life that the joyous and the up and where to aim, what that is talking about in your life. But specifically for all of you, one aspect that they're talking about this week is the work card. And here we go again. We have the number 10, which one is new starts, new beginnings. Zero in numerology is like creativity, a creative force. But when added together, it still breaks down to a 1. So we have 1 and 1, right? So things are headed into something fresh, something new, something that gives you joy, something that helps to shift your energy into this more of a hopeful state of being. And I don't mean hopeful as in high, just grandiose wishing, like where it's encouraging. You're like, yeah, like things are happening. So I feel like for some of you, this might actually be gaining new employment. And I shouldn't say this week, it's just a habit of my mouth. I want to say over the next few weeks, there's something about your employment. So for some of you, this might be getting new employment, getting a job. For others of you, this might be changing your work. And because that 1 energy is so strong here, it's either getting new work or taking on more responsibility, more of an authoritative position or role, or really stepping out with the work that you want to do for yourself as an entrepreneurial tongue twister, entrepreneurial type business. So the other thing with this card though is that it has these 2 spheres, and they're almost like 2 separate worlds coming together and meeting. And one of this that it's talking about is balance. So I feel like another part of the message for many of you is that there's something coming in here that is coming in to create that balance between your work life and your personal life. This one specifically is talking about your spiritual life. But our personal life is our spiritual life, right? And it's talking about creating some sort of balance where it's not all weighted down to just work and all heavy here and no time for that lightness, that joy, that playfulness, that sort of thing. So, I mean, it's really quite a strong message for you guys that there is this sense of balance coming in. There's something new with work opportunities, job opportunities, creating work for yourself as in a leadership position. Now, we also have the vibrational card. And remember I was saying about this joyous card, and it's hard to, because they're so tiny, they're hard to, maybe if I get the angle right, there's thousands of rows of energy here in the joyous card, and you have this vibrational card. So this is like you, this beautiful little light being here, and this is your aura, energy body, your impact out here in the world. And I want to say impact, that who you are directly impacts the people around you. And it impacts people that you may not even be consciously aware of. But the big message with this card is that that you are like this sort of powerhouse of, high vibration kind of person, whether you are consciously aware of that and feel that or not. Okay, let me put that one out there now. And that this is talking about you being here to have an impact on the world, to make this connection and contribution to other people's lives. And again, this card also talks about coming out or stepping out into some sort of leadership position. So even if with your work, you feel like you're just one of the drones at work who just, has no significance, there's something about you inside taking on a leadership kind of quality to what you're doing and how you do it. And it shifts the energy of everything, at your workplace or in a new job or creating an entrepreneurial, like your own business sort of thing. And lastly, where things are headed is we have the immunity card. And it's kind of funny. They always show the coronavirus as being red, and we have this big red card, but it's not corona. So, of course, this can be talking about a strengthening of your physical immune system, gaining better health, because when you feel better, it directly correlates to your immune system and white cell counts increasing. Okay, of course. But the immunity card, what it's really talking about is developing like these mental, emotional antibodies to the world outside of you. And this is really important, especially when we're talking in terms of manifesting, because this is saying that so-and-so could say something to you, or something could happen that previously you would perceive as, oh, this is terrible, this is no good. And it's like all of that stops, that old record that plays in your head that reacts and responds to all of these things that happen in the world around you. It's like you have these antibodies, this sort of peace where there is no reaction with you see it, but there's no energetic reaction. And so it helps to end the manifesting of these unwanted things out here in your world. And it is also about not taking on the ideas, thoughts, opinions, or beliefs of others, that you really stay focused within yourself and what you want to achieve and where you want your life to head. Okay. Now, this is only the first part of your reading. We have our group A, group B, or group C, and they might bring up something else that is happening here, just something a little bit more to make it more personal to you. If you want a personal reading, all my information is down below in the video description and in the comment section with the timestamp. Okay, I'll see you guys for part 2 in just a sec. Hi, group 2, how are you? Okay, so let's see. Well, we'll put her over here with her friends. Let's see where are things headed oh my goodness. Okay. Right off the bat, we have Path of the Soul. And that's funny because I used that as an example in the beginning. Yeah. Okay. So Path of the Soul. And that card is directly, absolutely talking about coming into your true purpose, your real purpose here in life. Okay. And we have the renewal card. And with this card, I do have to point out this, sure, you can see it, this amazing spiral. Okay. And wherever we have spirals in a reading, there is some sort of healing, growth, and expansion happening. Okay. And this is, I do need to note that right off the bat. The renewal card is a relationship card. So you know, a lot of what they're going to be talking about here in this reading is your relationships, personal, friendship, work related, you know, that sort of thing. Okay. Oh, and we have the wisdom guide. Now that's funny. We have, this happened last week. We have card number 18 from the Path of the Soul and card number 18 from the Divine Guidance deck. Okay. So that's funny though. It's a 9 energy. So in numerology, the 9 is talking about the coming into a completion of a cycle, right? And with that completion of a cycle within your relationships, and from what I'm feeling here, like, you know, having this really deep growth and understanding and this wisdom that you have accumulated from these experiences in your relationships, good, bad, and ugly, right? So the last card we have, okay. So the last card we have here is the Reflections card. And that card is talking about taking space for yourself, taking time to meditate, retreat, you know, like giving the social life a break, giving your phone a break or your computer a break, and really taking that quiet time for contemplative reflection or for meditation, or just to allow some space for yourself to be. And I'll get into this just a little bit more in a sec. We're just going to get out, I feel like this one. Oh, I'm torn. Okay, I'm going to take that one. And the next card we have here is Intuition. And again, we have a double spiral happening here, you guys. So double spirals, you have 2 spirals going on, cards in your reading. Again, growth, expansion, healing, energy out, energy expanding. And we have the Fairy Magic card. And I love, love, love this guy. Okay. So, you know, it feels to me that I want to go back to the renewal card first, because this is a card that's talking about relationships. And a lot of the time they're talking about our family relationships, the family dynamic that we grew up with, the people in our lives from our younger years, and the impact psychologically that those relationships had on us, and how it imprinted us with this, you know, sometimes not always positive, impacted us with this, imprinted us, that's a better word, imprinted us with patterns and ideas and understanding of relationship that may not always be so healthy. And with that renewal card, it's talking about literally a renewal within your relationship dynamic with particular people. And, you know, depending on what it was like when we were growing up and what those relationships were, we tend to pick partners, intimate relationship partnerships, who will mirror and play out that dynamic over and over and over for us. And so I really feel like that's a part of what the Path of the Soul card is talking about, because I feel like they're talking about some connections here that you guys have been through that have been, you know, it could be, I don't like the term twin flame, but like that soulmate kind of relationship. But even better descriptor, I feel, would be to say soul agreements, that you have these soul agreements before you come, that I need to learn this lesson, and this other soul's like, I can give you that lesson. And boy, do they give you that lesson, right? But they're talking about you really having grown through the process, and that through this process, it's kind of forced you into this place of inner reflection of, why the heck do I pick people like this in my life? Why do I still suffer this dynamic with my mother or my father or my sister, or, you know, whoever these people are in our past? And I really feel like it's saying that through the wisdom of your inner reflection and taking this quiet time out, that it's giving you the wisdom to actually see, kind of rise above the situation and see it from a higher point of view that really brings you healing. And in that, in your own understanding, it changes, that understanding changes how you mentally, emotionally, and energetically respond to these people. And that change in your response actually begins to elicit a change in the relationship as a whole, because we are energetically dancing with each other, even with people who are not consciously aware that this even happens in the world, right? But I feel like this has brought you, one of your bigger lessons or understandings that you have chosen to experience in your lifetime. Now, for some of you, I do feel like some of, because it's a group reading, we're kind of all in different stages. So for some of you, I feel like you're just starting to you've been through this process for the last while. I feel like this was not a quick or short process, that's for sure. And that you're kind of heading your way out of it. And for others of you, it's just the process has just begun, this aha, awakening, epiphany kind of thing. And you will be taking this kind of retreat time for yourself. Now, with this, though, we also have the intuition card and the fairy magic card. And it's like, I feel like with that intuition card, they're kind of saying, don't get raveled up in the story that your mind is telling you. And don't get raveled around the emotional drama and play that's happening inside of you, because none of those are really true to who you really are. And the mind directly steps in and blocks us from really intuiting, understanding our intuition and listening to our intuition. So there's a lot of clarity that's coming for you guys. And through this, I feel like it's putting you guys right back into your heart space and into your heart center, so that you're approaching life and approaching your relationships from this place of intuitively feeling this relationship and what needs to be done with this to alter it so that it functions in a way that you in your heart would really like it to, or to give you that intuitive sense and inner wisdom to know that, when you get those red flags, and a lot of us were like, oh no, I don't want one red flag. I like bouquets of red flags. Hand me a bouquet, right? And it's almost like, and when we do that, we're ignoring our intuition and our gut and our soul and what it's saying about this relationship and whether or not we should actually be involved with this person. And this intuition card is saying, it's time to listen to yourself and to listen to what your soul is really telling you is right or appropriate action for you. So I feel like you guys are really in this growth cycle, and it really, it's not always easy, I know, but it's like it's slowly moving you, adjusting you like a chiropractor, adjusting you into alignment so that you are operating from this place of your higher self, your intuitive self, and really living the wisdom that you've gained. Now, the other thing, that fairy magic card, it won't come up off the table. Now, with that fairy magic card, I love this card because it is a reminder that life is not all work. Life is not all processing or all struggle or all anything. That it's really important, when you think of fairies, they are playful and, they like to play games and be, oh, I have a word in my head. I can't pull it out. Anyway, mischievous. That's the word, in a playful way. And the fairy magic card is talking about, a lot of the times it's talking about feeling heavy or weighted down from the stuff that's going on in your life and being all focused on that. And the fairy magic card is saying that you need to make space in your life for play, for lightness, for stupidness, that you just absolutely do stupid, silly things and laugh till you have tears in your eyes. Do the things that actually bring you joy. So I feel like a part of this message that they're saying is, you guys have been through this heavy processing period with these relationships, and that, through this process, now you guys are heading into this place where you do get to feel the magic that's here in life. Those little signs from your angels or guides or whoever from the universe. And, having those times where you just sit with a friend and laugh at the stupidness of nothing, and really just having that sense of joy and lightness and play in your life, because life is here to be enjoyed. So I do feel like that's what they're saying, where things are heading for you. So keep your faith, hold strong, right? Now remember to choose your favorite card from the reading and put it down below in the comment sections with a hashtag to enter for the Divine Guidance deck. And if you'd like a personal reading, all my info is down below because they're on sale. And choice A, B, or C for the second half of your reading. I'll see you in just a second. Hi, group 3. All right. So, where are things headed for you? Okay, we're going this way. Oh, okay. So we have the revealed card. So I feel like there's some truths coming out for you. The revealed card, and like a lot of the times they're talking about revealing things within you, seeing more of your gifts or your positive qualities and that sort of thing. But I mean, immediately, as soon as I was holding this card and saw it, it's like I got the feeling of truths. Like there's some truths coming out here. And please don't let your mind go right to the negative, like, oh, somebody's lying to me. That's not what I mean. But a lot of the time, it's about seeing things from a new perspective, where you actually start to see the truth of it instead of that one singular, one-pointed perspective of your mind. Okay, that's a better way to put it. And for some of you, yeah, well, maybe there might be some truth-telling coming out, of course. Okay, and we have the consciousness card. So that's a shift of understanding, a shift of thinking, a shift of what you are mentally putting out here in the world. And that really does fit because, this week is where things are headed and, what has been manifesting or is manifesting and coming into reality for you. Okay. And we have the balance card, and you can see that big yin yang sign here. And with all of the fractals, all of my fractals, I have no control on what shows up. I'm just entering mathematical formulas and the image renders, right? And so to have a Tao symbol show up is like crazy. I don't even know what the odds are of that. Okay, and we have the empowerment card. Now, I know this sounds silly, but we have two cards here. This is an 8 and this is a 17. And so we have the number 8 here, numerology wise. It's a strong number playing out. And with the number 8, that is talking about coming into your own sense of empowerment, which does mirror the empowerment card. And it's also a card of money and position. So I feel like there's something about money coming in here, even though, my decks don't really talk about that sort of thing. I do feel like whether you guys might get a raise at work or a bit of, extra cash flow coming in to give you a bit of a break. And I feel like this is over the next few weeks, not just like 1 week. I feel like you guys are going to get a break, a reprieve, and yeah, some money is coming your way. Okay. Wow. Did you see that? They like literally like jumped out. So I think we need to take them. I just, can't argue. Okay. We also have the voice card and the vibrational card. And what's funny is the vibration card came out in reading number 1 from the Path of the Soul deck, and the vibrational card has come out from this deck. So I have to say, I want to put these two together right away. Okay. This consciousness card and the vibrational card, because I feel like a lot of what they are talking about here in your reading, it's talking about you consciously coming into that place where you go, okay, this is crap in my life, and I am so done with this. I don't want this anymore. This is friggin' amazing. I love this. I want more of this. And I feel like they're talking about you consciously, because it's the consciousness card, consciously stepping into the role of manifester and taking responsibility for what has manifested in your life so far, and doing whatever you need to do to begin to change the programs that are running in your head about, your belief system about wealth or poverty or what you deserve or how your relationships should be or how easy or difficult life should be. It's like really about looking at your deeper beliefs about life and doing what you need to begin to change the programming, which is like your operating system. It's like starting to rewire and change your operating system. Now, I know there's many of you guys that have already begun that process. So for you guys, I feel like this is a hoorah, keep going. Like you need to keep, and it's almost like, the way that things just unfold. It's like over the next few weeks, you guys, life is going to be bringing things up for you to see, revealing, because it's the revealed card, revealing things in your life that are going to mirror some of these deeper beliefs and unconscious patterns that you've been playing out, so that they become conscious, so that you can then take them and go, okay, we're going to start to change that. I'm going to change my subconscious programming so that in doing that, you change your energy and your vibration. And not just because I know many of you are of the school of thought that your vibration manifests things into your life, but it's not that sort of thing. Like, the vibration card here is talking about you operating from this a renewed kind of vibrational field that is more in alignment with the truth of who you are as a soul, so that the things that you wish to manifest are more readily accessible to you, because you have changed your conscious beliefs about who you are, what you are, that you are God incarnated and you are a creator. It's what you are here to do. And this is about also having an impact out in the world. This is about taking on some sort of leadership position. And especially with this voice card here, I feel like, we've got this double story playing out of, working your subconscious beliefs, your understanding of what the universe is, what you are as a soul, all of that sort of thing. And then we have this whole empowerment story, which is literally you coming into your own sense of empowerment through your changing your beliefs and what is revealed to you in your life over the next few weeks. and taking on more of a leadership kind of role in your life. And in that, it also is putting you in a position where you're more willing and comfortable to express what you have to express out here in the world, to be the voice that you want to be able to be authentic, brave, and have enough integrity with yourself and your heart to speak whatever needs to be said. And I feel like for some of you that are in this line of service, this will be over the next few weeks about you really kind of stepping more out into the limelight with whatever type of work you are doing. And with the balance card here, they are talking about like this sense of balance returning to your life, like that feeling that, not that control, or our goal is never to control things, but to have an understanding that you play a direct role in the circumstances of your life. And that through that, it creates this sort of inner balance in your heart and with the world, so that you're balanced more between this physical outer reality and the inner world of yourself and your sense of soul, spirit, God, and really working these two in balance and in harmony, right? Because that yin-yang symbol is symbolic of divine masculine and a divine feminine working in balance day and night, all things positive, negative, all these things working in a balance and harmony. So there's a real balance that's coming to you. Okay. Now this is not the end of your reading. Now remember to enter for the card draw, choose the card you resonated with most, put a hashtag in the card name. And for part 2, our choices A, B, or C. And if you would like a personal reading, they are still on sale and all my information is below. I'll see you at the next part of your reading. Hi, Group A. For those of you who chose our crystal, if I can get it up there. Oh, you can see some sparkle. It's beautiful. Anyway, for those of you who chose our quartz geode, let's see what additional message Spirit has for you. We're just going to draw out 3 cards. All right. So we're going to go 1, 2, and I need this one right off the top here. Okay, what additional message? Okay, there was some relationship stuff going on in our main readings. And again, okay, so we have the caretaker card, which is indirectly a relationship card. Oh, sorry. And we have the commitment card. And we have the power card. All right. So I have to say, because the caretaker card, often it is talking about you being one of those people who are the caretakers, who, by nature, your soul, you are one of these beautiful, empathic, gentle, beautiful souls who are here to be in service to the world. And your nature is to help. You can't help to not help, right? And there's often a difficulty with saying no. I would love to help you, but I'm really overwhelmed at this time. Like that sort of thing, creating those kind of boundaries for yourself can be really a challenge. Like it's one of your life lessons coming into this life. But the other thing with that caretaker card, indirectly, because it's talking about, coming to that place where you are loving yourself enough to be able to set really healthy boundaries for yourself. So a part of the message is, because we're talking about where things are headed, is about you being able to set boundaries for yourself in a really healthy way, slowly, bit by bit so that you gain a little bit of space here that is just for you, so that you have breathing room for you, right? But the other thing with the caretaker card is that through all that dynamic that I was just talking about, it's indirectly pointing to codependent tendencies. And I know that for some of you it might be difficult, some people have difficulty with that word, but don't take it on as a label. Just take it on as maybe a piece of information that you can kind of use to really look at how you're operating within your relationships. But that codependency is like, the one that's always there, always giving, always trying to fix, always trying to help, always feeling responsible for making everything better, being responsible for the relationship being okay. Like you are responsible for everything. But you aren't. You're responsible for you and how you give your heart out into this world, and to do that in a very loving, healthy way. And you are here to love yourself and do just as much for yourself as you do for others. So there's talking about really coming to a deeper understanding of your boundaries and your sense of self-love and giving to yourself. And they're talking about your commitments. So I do feel like for some of you, the cards are saying that, and I gotta say, let's look at all three together, that they're talking about, having been in this pattern of these kind of codependent relationships where people were not respecting your boundaries. And I feel like there is a new commitment coming up for many of you in a new relationship that is more of a, the relationship is more empowered, that the person who might be coming here into your life is a person who kind of acknowledges your boundaries naturally and is like a support for you, and you're a support for them. And there's this return of healthiness. And for others of you, I feel like they're talking about you really committing to doing this sort of setting your boundaries and loving yourself and doing things for yourself so that you are in a position that you can have healthy relationships. But that process of doing that brings you into this really beautiful sense of self-empowerment, not in a masculine way, but in a balanced way, so that it's through your heart that your power resides, right? So there's work for you guys to do, but I feel like there's a big breakthrough coming through for you. For some of you, it will be a new relationship, and for others of you, it's going to be a real deeper understanding and place of empowerment when it comes to your relationships. Okay, so enter the draw below with your favorite card if you'd like. I wish you guys much love, and I will see you again next week. Take care. Hi, Group B. Okay, so for those of you who have chosen our beautiful little quartz here, let's see what your additional message is. Okay, Group 3, where things are headed. Group 3. Group B, where things are headed. Okay, that one's coming out. I'll show you. Well, I'm sure you guys can see it, but that one's coming out right now, and I feel like the other one is right in here somewhere. There it is. All right. So the one that fell out is the contact card. So someone's contacting somebody. We have the celestial card, which is actually about path and purpose. And we have the gifted card. And I love this because to me, I see this as a great big purple gift, like a present. And it's like all you need to do is lift the tape and begin to open up this gift. And so because we have both the celestial card, which is literally path and purpose, and the gifted card, I feel like for you guys here in Group B, your additional message is about your gifts and really coming on to your path and purpose as a soul, what you're here to do. Now, the big thing with the celestial card is that it's talking about, we have these desires of what we would like to do, and we have these daydreams of things that we like to do, and the mind steps right in and goes, who the heck do you think you are? You can never do that. Like, you're not intuitive enough. You're not a good enough healer. You're not this and you're not that. So we kind of go, oh, and we pushed these daydreams and ideas away. And still our heart is calling us to step out onto our path. And instead of listening to what is actually here floating around, we push that away, and we're just like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what I'm here to do. And we want the universe to bring this magical scroll from the heavens, and we unroll it, and it goes, you, Jane, John, you are here to do blah, blah, blah. And you go, oh, this is what I'm here to do. But in reality, there is no scroll, right? Unfortunately. And it is about coming within and listening to that's your intuition and your soul giving you these daydreams and ideas of what you could be or should be doing with your life. That is the scroll. And so I feel like the big message for you is where things are headed is you really coming on to your path and purpose. So for some of you, I know that you're right at the very early stage, and you're like, I have no idea what the hell to do. And for you guys, this is more about it, you really beginning to understand that those daydreams, thoughts, and ideas that you have about what you could maybe be doing is what you should be doing. Okay. And for others of you, I feel like, because we're all in different stages in this group reading, I feel that for others of you, you kind of know, and ooh, but I'm scared to step out and do this. And it's more like you will be, over the next little bit, really coming and claiming your path and stepping onto it and really walking it. Because this really is about you coming to understand and realize that the unique gifts that you have, the uniqueness of who you are, does not look like anyone else. So if you want to do intuitive readings on YouTube and you're watching this thinking, oh, well, but I don't do readings like Cheryl. My intuition doesn't work that way, so I don't think I'm good enough. And no more of that. It's not about your gifts looking like anybody else's. This, it feels like they're talking about over the next few weeks, is you really realizing that your gifts are gifts, and that they work, in this specialized, unique way just for you, in the way that you are meant to walk your path and live your life this lifetime. Now, with that contact card being here, I feel like it's kind of like a twofold story. They're kind of talking about, see, it's this golden energy, and it kind of comes up from the sky and down from the earth, right? Above and below, coming together in contact. So I feel like in one way, they're talking about you making this a greater intuitive connection, contact with your spirits, guides, angels, whoever you connect with. But I also feel like there's somebody coming sometime in the next few weeks that you make contact with, or, even is someone you haven't spoken to in a while and reconnect with. And they kind of give you that, it's either through your connection with them, they kind of bring you onto the path of really stepping out here into your purpose, or this is the person that you ended up connecting with that is the one that just kind of encourages you and I don't know, looks at your secret poetry that you've been writing for years that you haven't showed anybody, and they're like, holy crap, dude, what are you doing with all this beautiful writing that you weren't sharing with the world? I feel like the contact card is talking about, it's there's somebody that's either going to kind of open up doors for you to walk through, or they're going to be the one that like gives you that loving, wake up, look at what you've got, share that with the world. And they're the ones who push you out there. So it's kind of exciting. All right. So remember to choose the card that you resonate. Write it down below with a hashtag. I'm sending you guys all my love. Please do hit the like and subscribe if you enjoyed your reading, and we'll reveal the winner next week. Take care. Hi, Group C. For those of you who have chosen our mystery crystal, maybe a puff light. Okay. Let's see what additional message Spirit has for you. What additional message Spirit has for Group C, where things are headed. Okay. So I'm just going to draw out 3 more cards and see. Let's hear, that one is definitely coming. This one, and I feel like I gotta go in. I feel like it's that one. Okay. So we have the integrity card. We have the love card. And we have the frequency shift card. Okay. This is a deeper reading for you guys. With this, with the frequency shift card coming out here, whenever the cards are talking about a shift or change coming, oftentimes what they're saying is, your inner dial is getting tuned up. So, maybe you've been operating at 81 FM, and now you're cranking up that dial to be tuning in at higher frequencies of like 105 FM. And in this process of you really amping up, and that comes through changing your consciousness and your understanding and your inner state of being begins to resonate at these higher vibrations and frequencies. That with that, often your reality begins to shift and change with the vibration, right? It's got your physical reality has to match your energetic vibration. So with that frequency shift card, oftentimes they're saying, things are going to be shifting out here in your world. And I often talk, it's like an earthquake. When the plates of the earth need to adjust, we end up having earthquakes. And when that ground shifts, things, we kind of shake and rumble. We're like, oh my God, what is happening? And I feel like they're kind of saying, okay, you guys are going through this big shift spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and as that happens out here in your physical world, things are going to shift. The ground may not feel super stable, but don't panic. Like, remain within yourself, remain in that place of going, okay, it's all right. And just breathe your way through it over these next weeks when you're unsure of where things are going, when you feel that way, right? That you're unsure of where things are going, or some relationships may change, or your work may change. There's some sort of change coming here, but it just ride that out, because you are actually moving up on the vibrational scale, and your life is just shifting to match and mirror the vibration that you're operating in. Now, the other 2 cards that we have here, I love this card. It's the love card. And you see how it looks almost like this big blue earth, and it's literally lit up around it, and there's this big heart emanating in the light. And that love card is talking that, this card often comes for those of you who have come here to be the love that you are. Like, your gift is your love in this world, okay? And this card is talking about you realizing that you are here to be of service, and that the world needs your light. The world needs who you are as you are, that you are divinely, absolutely perfect the way you are, and that you are meant to share yourself with the world in a place of service and love. And so they're talking about over the next few weeks about you guys really getting that on a deeper level and really honoring it, because I know that most of you will right now already be feeling that calling that you need to be of service and that you need to do something important. Like you want to make a difference for the world or for other people's lives and make this meaningful contribution. And that's a part of what this shift is. You know, as your dial is amping up to 1:05 a.m., you know, it's also putting you more into alignment with your soul, with the universe, your higher self. And I feel like that's why that integrity card came out, because it certainly isn't questioning your integrity, you guys. This is talking about you operating from a place of integrity with yourself, with your soul, so that the ego mind, the false personality of you, who is trying to run the show here, tries to reject, negate, squelch the true self, the soul, and the purpose of why the soul has incarnated here. And it feels like you guys over the next few weeks are coming into this place where you really come into this inner alignment and really step into the integrity of, yeah, I hear what the mind says, what the ego says about this person that I am, but I am not that, and this story isn't true. And I really am here to be in service, and I am here to give my gift of love in this way to the world. And it's really this shift of you allowing yourself to do that in a really meaningful way. Okay, so for those of, not for those of you, remember to enter for the free deck down below. Choose the card you like the most from either of your readings. Hit the like and subscribe if you liked your reading. And I want to wish you guys so much love. You so got this, okay? You really do. And I will see you guys again next week. Take care.